A legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson celebrating 25 years of commitment to Guam, Micronesia, and the CNMI. Cars Plus Hyundai, home of the Kona electric vehicle, an electric heart with an SUV soul. Test drive yours today at Cars Plus. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it, and King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Primetime, Guam's congressional delegate breaks down the Build Back Better Act provisions for Guam. Plus, our Tomas Manglotny begins a special series on grief and its impact on our culture during the pandemic. And CNMI officials believe the sudden rise in coronavirus cases is the result of the Delta variant.
Hafa and good evening, everyone. I'm Hannah Devonzo, and thanks for tuning into your news leader. The House has passed the Build Back Better Act, described as the centerpiece of President Biden's domestic agenda. The massive $2.2 trillion spending bill could also provide some $1.5 billion in additional federal assistance to Guam. Congressman Michael San Nicolas held a news conference over the weekend to provide details of what's in it for us.
Congressman San Nicolas broke down the wide range of programs that will become available locally if the Senate passes the House bill. They include a one-year extension of the $300 child tax credit, supplemental security income, a more favorable percentage of 83% in Medicaid matching funds, universal pre-K, and millions of dollars in grants for public infrastructure, climate change, and affordable housing projects. And then there's the $345 million through the Interior Department that can be used for a new GMH.
We are going to, of course, make the case that those funds should be used for the purpose of funding what we would like to see as a new hospital. But again, in order to comply with the parameters and the requirements of the budget reconciliation process, the funding was provided as a lump sum, and it was provided on a general basis for critical infrastructure, with the actual project to be determined by the agency themselves.
The bill still has to clear the Senate, but San Nicolas says local Republicans are also pushing for the measure, and with bipartisan support, he expects the Guam-related provisions will remain intact.
We're really circling the wagons around Guam right now, and I don't see anything that may put these items at risk.
He says the Senate is expected to act on the measure by early December. If there are any changes, though, the amended bill has to go back to the House for another vote. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
What does the Build Back Better Act mean for the Northern Marianas? NMI delegate to U.S. Congress Khalili sits down with our Tomas Manglotny on the link this morning. Here's more.
We still have to get this through the Senate, of course, but the president told us he can get it done, and he said he will sign the bill when it gets to his desk, so I believe him.
NMI delegate Khalili in an interview on the link after returning from negotiations for the historic passage of the Build Back Better Act in the House. It faces a narrow battle in the Senate.
Coming on top of the over $2 billion in federal aid the Marianas has received in the last 3 years, it would help everyone in the Marianas for years to come.
So what will be built back better in the NMI? In its current form, it would mean increasing the base funding for Medicaid to a historic $70 million and lowering the local match rate. It would extend the child tax credit, fund pre-K and child care, and aid in the response to the climate crisis. The island would be able to compete for pools of larger funding.
Some of these things we started work on for a long time. Like on Medicaid, to us, $70 million annually from Medicaid, the most we've ever gotten, and a 7% local match, lower than any state. This is a huge for the Marianas. I've been working on this for 13 years to get us there.
And there's more in the works.
The Senate will decide what to do with this money, and the Department of Interior will also have to play a part to play in this, and the Commonwealth government will not use the money to build that better. It could be wasted on pet projects and sole source contracts and sweetheart deals, because that's what we've been seeing for years and years. So I want to see the money spent to help people. We need to improve our 21st century facilities, our Commonwealth Health Center and health clinics on Rota and Tinian. Our power plants are very old. We could use some of the funds to modernize our power systems.
Amid the national negotiations, a local election season is also at play. Khalili didn't mince words on his relationship with CNMI Governor Ralph Torres.
This administration has just isolated Tomas to a corner where, it's sad that it's true.
Tomas Manglotnya for KUAM News on Saipan.
You can catch the full interview on our YouTube channel. In our news series, 6 Feet Apart, 6 Feet Under, Tomas Manglotnya covers the grief, sadness, and hope amid the pandemic of our lifetime. In his first segment, Tomas visits the Guam Memorial Hospital's morgue.
The numbers keep climbing, but it's hard to become numb to the lives lost to COVID-19.
We were filling up. We requested the morgue last year. This is the second reefer that came for COVID-19.
Over 260 COVID-19 related deaths on Guam and people passing away the same day they find out they're positive. It's a hard but necessary conversation. Where do loved ones lie before burial?
Internally, we have a capacity of 12 for GMH and a capacity of 9 for the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner. The morgue container has 27 capacity.
At the Guam Memorial Hospital, red tape with the words COVID-19 written on it marks the doors where the pandemic's fatalities lie. At the start of the outbreak, public health guidelines suggested cremation for those who've passed related to COVID-19. It's now changed dramatically.
If there's a death, the hospital communicates with the family and makes arrangements with the funeral homes in decompressing the storage.
It is a gentle process which requires more help as the death toll rises.
In conjunction with our one morgue attendant, we also have 2 or 3 employees with the Chief Medical Examiner's office, which is right above us. So they share duties.
Those duties extend beyond the hospital walls now to provide a safe passage to funeral homes.
To be efficient, the morgue, as the bodies are ready to be picked up by the funeral homes, and they've been processed and all the paperwork's complete, the morgue attendant brings them to the reefer, which then the funeral homes come and pick them up.
Tomas Manglotnya for KUAM News.
The CNMI is experiencing its highest rates of COVID-19 transmission yet, but health officials say the front line is holding steady and the recent outbreak is likely caused by the Delta variant right before families may gather for the holidays.
We continue to see cases primarily identified through household transmission, and we are seeing larger household sizes within our cases identified.
The CNMI is experiencing its highest rates of COVID-19 transmission yet, but they're mostly identified through contact tracing, and the positivity rate is relatively low, below 1%. The recent cases are likely driven by the Delta variant.
And the majority of our cases continue to be symptomatic, although we have yet to see, again, a severe case of COVID-19 among our cases, which is really a credit to the number of them that are vaccinated, which we'll see a little bit down below, as well as the community vaccination rate.
Recent data from the hospital shows where some of the exposure to another COVID-19 case takes place. 109 are from households, 38 in the workplace, 12 at schools, 11 via travel, and 7 in the community. It comes as families are expected to gather for the holidays and quarantine at the border eases.
I believe this community have enforced restrictions on their own. We have businesses that are mandating masking before entry. Obviously, some people may not agree to it, but that is their prerogative, really. And so they are doing that as well. So, in regards to any restrictions, I believe we have certain restrictions already in place, but freely decided by business establishments.
Tomas Manglotnya for KUAM News on Saipan.
Once again, we invite you to voice your view across our social media pages with our daily question. Today we asked, what are your thoughts on the recent easing of COVID-19 restrictions? Stick around for more news here on Primetime. You're watching KUAM.
There will come a time when people talk about how Hyundai makes the best car on the road. Now seems about right. The technologically advanced Hyundai Elantra is the 2021 North American Car of the Year.
From now until December 31, enter to win the 1 million Pacific Points giveaway. Simply activate your account, refer friends, earn and redeem points at Foodies, Shell, and IT&E. Learn more about the 1 million Pacific Points giveaway at pacificpoints.com. Pacific Points. Do more, get more.
Our family was recently challenged with a difficult medical condition where my son needed a liver transplant. And I asked Cabo Select Care to assist me with that, and he required off-island care. In fact, it can only be taken care of off-island. So Cabo Select Care was there to help with all the referrals and the off-island coverage.
Calvo Select Care, healthcare that's always there for you. Federal employees and annuitants, enroll today.
It's a special delivery to your inbox every week with your KUAM News Roundup, program advisories, and promotions. Sign up for the weekly KUAM Digital Digest today on KUAM.com.
Welcome back. After the legislature has been clamoring for months for specific details on how she's going to spend American Rescue Plan funds, Governor Leon Guerrero is finally expected to release the information tomorrow. She confirmed this with our Nestor Lecanto at a press conference on Friday.
And do you have an ARP spending plan that you're going to be sharing?
We do. We're probably going to roll it out Tuesday next week.
So far, the Budget Bureau has only released a required one-page report that shows that $135 million has been allocated of this estimated $554 million in total ARP money. But the governor confirmed she will also be tapping into the $300 million she had planned to reserve for the construction of a new hospital.
Recalculated that, and now I think it's only $220 million, as we are using some of that for the other programs that we have pushed forward. So my goal here, Nestor, again, is to try and, if we are going to go out there and borrow as less as we can to make up for the balance of and the remainder for the needed funding to build the hospital.
The governor agreed that she better able to free up more ARP money because of the $345 million from the Build Back Better Act that is likely to be available for hospital construction. In his news conference Saturday, Congressman San Nicolas urged the governor to spend all of the $300 million she earmarked for the hospital and recovery programs instead. The Mayor's Council of Guam has yet to receive any funds from the COVID-19 response, differential pay, the American Rescue Plan, and the Education Stabilization Fund. Speaking on KUAM's morning multimedia platform show The Link, MCOG Vice President and Sinahanya Mayor Robert Hoffman provided an update.
I haven't gotten any money. I know that there's been discussions back and forth, and it was kind of this is the wish list. So they wanted some money to go towards street light installations, and some to go into road repairs. Some were going to go into purchasing of heavy equipment. Some were going to purchase vehicles.
The governor is expected to finally roll out the ARP as soon as tomorrow. 38-year-old Joshua Dean Shargaloff was arrested and charged with sexually assaulting a 12-year-old boy last year. According to court documents, the boy was dropped off at a bus stop in the morning when Shargaloff, who was bush cutting, asked for his help to move blocks. The child followed him but was then pushed up against a tree. Shargaloff then sexually assaulted the boy, who then ran off. It was on October 25 of this year that the child noticed Shargaloff at a store stacking drinks. Shargaloff told police, "Sir, please, I don't know. I'm not denying I didn't do it, but I don't remember because of meth." Shargaloff was released with conditions, and his next preliminary hearing will be on December 10. 2 people were arrested on drug charges. According to a media release on November 19th, detectives from the Criminal Investigation Section were conducting a follow-up investigation in the Dededo area when they noticed 2 suspicious cars at a store that had been closed for months. The detectives saw a transaction between a man and a woman. They also noticed a toddler inside one of the vehicles. An undetermined amount of cash and crystal methamphetamine was seen. Arrested for illegal possession of a controlled substance and distribution was Rodrigo Torres Cruz. Also arrested was Maria Evelyn Alano Demla for possession as well as child abuse. Both were booked and confined while the toddler was turned over to Child Protective Services. Sports is up next with Dave Delgado. Keep it here. You're watching KUAM.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your 4th meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Mas.
My name is Samantha Titano. So I'm actually the executive director of a nonprofit. So just people who are looking for a different pathway that's going to lead to a secure job, but isn't necessarily thought of as the traditional path. You know, there's a ton of opportunities on this island for the trades, lots of jobs available, and people are always hiring for them. And you can, you know, if you become a skilled and reliable worker, you can definitely move up in the construction industry here.
Only Pizza Hut lets you surround your favorite pizza with greatness. Get the one and only stuffed crust pizza for just $16.99 with 1 topping. At that price, it's irresistible. Get yours today, only at Pizza Hut, the island's best.
Say hello to the First Hawaiian Bank mobile app. Got a question about your finances? You've come to the right place. Bring all your accounts together, even those that aren't with us, and see the big picture, right down to the smallest detail. Unlock powerful tools like Insights and Money Map that help you save time and take control of your finances. When you connect accounts with the First Hawaiian Bank mobile app, it all starts with yes.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
The Academy Cougars repeat as IIHE girls volleyball champions after taking care of business against the Notre Dame Royals in 5 sets. Academy beat ND 16-25, 25-19, 19-25, 26-24, 15-7.
We've been 5th place the whole season and won 1 game. And we just weren't playing ourselves. We had the skill, we just didn't believe in ourselves. And we went through so much. And I'm just really proud that we are here right now because we really changed as a team in playoffs. And I just want to thank my coaches, my parents, and my team.
The Cougars were down by as much as 7 in the first before dropping the set. Academy riding that underdog mentality after upsetting St. John's in the semis. Gabriela Mata and Damien helping the 5th seed Cougars even the game at a set apiece. The Royals ran away with the 3rd set 25-19. In the 4th, the Cougars crowd got up off their feet as Academy closed out the 4th 26-24, setting up the winner-take-all set.
In the beginning of the season, we were really up and down, you know. And then tonight's championship, we wanted to show everybody what we were capable of. So we really went out there with heart and desire. We knew it was our last chance. We just had to trust in one another to do all that we could. And we've done it before within the last 2 games. We picked up, just went for it, and gave it our all and put all of our heart into it. And that's how we won.
Jayana Regis gave the Cougars the 6-4 lead with a kill midway through the 5th. Up 11-5 and looking to seal the deal, the defense for Academy stepped up. Regis sets up Janice Torres for the kill.
Tonight it was all about fight because ND they put up a good fight with us. It was all competition, good rallies, good defending. I think the key element of tonight was our defense.
It's such a good feeling that we, even though we were 5th place, we still took that as a encourage for us to go up and win it and prove to everyone that we are able to come up from something. So it was hard, but we did it and we worked as a team.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Building on the past, we at Docomo Pacific Business believe in helping businesses move forward and together, changing the way we get things done to make you and your company reach your highest potential. Trust in our commitment to bring you the best solutions for all your business goals. We are Docomo Pacific Business. Let's work better together.
At the Vocal Box, we understand that everyone is different, which is why our meal plans are designed to fit different lifestyles. Whether you need easy and convenient meals because you're on the front lines, breaking personal records, or just trying to live a healthier lifestyle, we have a meal plan for you. Our meals are made with the most fresh, all-natural ingredients that are always grain, gluten, and refined sugar-free. Spend less time cooking and more time living. Call us at 922-BOCA, visit our website, or stop by our cafe in Hagåtña to start your meal subscription today. The Boca Box, real nutrition made daily.
Welcome back. As the island and its tourism industry reopens, we continue with our weekly segments highlighting some of the island's businesses who are Guam Safe certified by the Guam Visitors Bureau and have the World Travel and Tourism Council Safe Travels stamp. Tonight we feature the Coconut Tree Company in Hagåtña.
Guam Safe and WTTC Safe Travel Certified Program Showcase is brought to you in partnership with the Guam Visitors Bureau.
My name is Harmony Yatar, and I am the administrative leader here at the Coconut Tree Company. So we actually got that certification back in June, and despite the recent 100% capacity that's been going on, the Coconut Tree Company does recognize that COVID does still exist, and we want to take the precautions to make sure we prioritize the health and safety of our customers and the island. I think it means that it also encourages other local businesses as well as the customers of them and us to remain safe and remember that, hey, again, COVID is existing and let's do our part to it. Wear the mask, sanitize, and continue to social distance despite that 100% capacity. Starting with our employees, we make sure every morning they sanitize there at the front and take the temperature. We ask them the same questions. Are you feeling sick? How's your health going on? Because again, they're the ones touching the candy, getting it prepared to produce and put out. And we make sure we regularly sanitize everything, washing our hands with soap and water right before we go into our process of touching the candy. We go through gloves like crazy. We're always buying packs. The people over at Sunny's love us because we're always there. And again, we sanitize as well as with our customers every time they come in. That same process. Temperature, sanitize, are feeling sick. And even at the front of the door, they have the mask photo to make sure that they know to enter with this. And then we have that certification posted too.
Guam Safe and WTTC Safe Travel Certified Program Showcase is brought to you in partnership with the Guam Visitors Bureau.
For a complete list of Guam Safe Certified and WTTC Safe Travel Certified businesses, log on to visitguam.com now. And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
Happy birthday to Teddy Time and Glow, who celebrates a birthday today. Have a blessed and fabulous day. I love you to the moon and back, says your wife. Also, happy belated birthday to C. Happy birthday to you from your family and friends. Also, happy belated birthday to Arya Angel Chong Solace, sending you unconditional love for being my right-hand young lady of our home. We hope you enjoy your special day and know our love for you is never ending. Love truly, say Mommy, Daddy, Matthew, Jace, Jude, Ariel, Manuel, Amelia, Thomas, and Big Sisty Anastasia and her Matthew. Dion, happy birthday to you. Happy belated birthday, baby D. We hope you have the best birthday ever. Love you always, the PG girls. Edmund Dela Cruz blows out the candles this day, so may our Lord bless you in the coming years. Thank you for being the husband, father, and grandfather you are with the biggest and loving heart. Love your family. And happy belated birthday number 6 to Ray J. Castro. Your family is sending you all of their love.
That's going to do it for us here on Primetime. Thanks for watching. I'm Hannah Devonzo, and good night.